My girlfriend of 7 years cheated on me with my roommate. I am 25, was with my GF, 26, for 7 years. We lived together with 2 other guy roommates for the last 3 years. She started night shift a few years ago and quickly distanced herself from me. She wouldn't cuddle when we watched TV on her days off and only come to bed to cuddle for a minute or two when I went to bed each night. If she was home, there was time where she would have off for a week or two and she would spend most of that time with my roommate, M24, who I met BC. We lived together in dorms at college freshman year. Their time was usually to smoke weed together when guests were at the house, but always seemed a little more. I told myself that was just unreasonable jealousy. BC, these are 2 people I trusted with my life. Fast forward to about a year ago. I had lost my job and my dad passed away within a month of each other. I really needed support but was still fighting for some affection from her, but no, work is first. I had no effort left to fight night shifts, so I stopped rushing home for the few minutes I got to spend watching her do her makeup before leaving for the night. Mysteriously, she started spending a lot more time with my roommate around the same time. I would wake up in the middle of the night to them upstairs laughing and living it up. This whole time she blames me for not wanting to spend time together when she leaves for work at 7 p.m. and goes to bed around 5 a.m. I just graduated with an engineering degree and have been looking for a career to really establish my life, so night shift isn't really an option most places. She refused to accept that I couldn't change to night shift without throwing away my career that I've worked so hard for. Next thing I know, he's staying up later explicitly to spend time with her after work. He doesn't work and just sits at home, so moving when he sleeps doesn't affect him at all. She then started waking up earlier to go on hikes with him while I was at work. She finally off the relationship and blames my lack of effort to spend time together. 2 days later they went on a date and the next morning she came out for his room early in the morning. I moved out that day. They both claimed neither had feelings like that, but I didn't buy it and left. Fast forward a few months and now they are openly dating. Our other roommate confronted them about lying to both of us about their feelings for each other and betraying us. They both fight that their feelings for each other started after the breakup, but that's clearly not what was happening. This is someone I was ready to marry, but she didn't want to spend time together and swears that she's known for years that I would never marry her. And she cheated with my roommate that I called a brother. For years if someone mentioned cheating she would blow off on a rant about how cheaters are the worst, and if I ever cheated she would never talk to me again, and how cheating doesn't have to be physical. Now that she cheated and I blew up on them like she promised, they both doubled down on denying cheating. I have never been more betrayed in my life. Just a few extra details that missed in the main. The night we finally broke up she came down to the bedroom, broke up with me, and within 60 seconds of leaving the room was upstairs in the living room laughing up a storm with him. Our other roommate and my best friend didn't move out initially. BC, we both still were trying to believe that they weren't that involved with each other. When it was clear, he would hear them through the not soundproof walls of the house sneaking around. Their relationship was romantic. He confronted them and they made up a lie trying to claim that I was just looking for an excuse to move in with my sister. My best friend flipped out and then moved out, and the 2 of them have no one left but each other. Neither have any friends outside of the house, and now they don't have any friends in general. They swear nothing was happening while we were still dating, but still found it necessary to try and hide the romantic part of their relationship from our roommate after I left, which just screams we know what we're doing but don't actually care about how terrible it is. Edit, everyone, thank you so much. As a usual lurker on Reddit at most, I never expected all the replies and likes. Definitely surreal for a Reddit noob like myself. I'm trying to read everyone's comments and throw some replies around. In response to all the suggestions for new hobbies and jobs, I'm going to try putting the 2 together. My brother-in-law and I both have many years of 3D printing experience, so are working on getting some things to sell in an online shop like miniature figures or custom parts. When we get an online shop, you guys will definitely get an update down the road. Story 2. Warning to females living in Miami, Fort Lauderdale who are on dating apps. Ladies, the devil doesn't come to you with a red face and horns. He comes to you disguised as everything you've ever wanted. Based on my experience, Matthew Schneider, who lives in Miami Beach, is a pathological liar with an active sex addiction, and I hope that in sharing my story someone will be saved from falling for his lies. Matt is handsome, charming, and too good to be true. He is somewhat wealthy, which he uses to his advantage by promising his victims security, safety, and a luxurious lifestyle in order to get in bed with them. He is all talk. Matt is a compulsive online app dater who has sex with the women he meets, a lot of times without using a condom. I am not here to tell you how manipulative and selfish he is, but rather how emotionally abusive he is and the risky sexual behavior he's involved in. I consider compulsive lying to be emotionally abusive, and he lies on a daily basis. He will charm you, talk about the amazing sexual chemistry between the two of you, tell you that he's looking for something serious when talking about a relationship, talk about all of the traveling he wants to do with you, tell you that he one day sees you having his children, dotes about how amazing he thinks you are to your parents, etc. A professional love bomber, as I like to call it. He is a wolf in sheep's clothing and a master manipulator and con artist. As the relationship progresses, he will start to tell you that he is a very independent person who needs a lot of space and alone time. This alone time is really him up with the other multitude women he does this to. He will pick a fight out of nowhere as a way to victimize himself and give reason as to why he needs to be alone. He will make you feel like you did something wrong that caused the fight to happen when in reality, he needed an excuse to go sleep with his latest endeavor. Then, hours later, he will call and apologize, still blaming you for the fight, and tell you how excited he is to see you. His online dating allows him to keep a healthy supply of innocent women in his rotation to use at his disposal. He has no regard for the victim's feelings or health and lies to get in bed with them. Fortunately for me, I did not contract an STD during our time together, but I believe he caused me to get BV. Come to find out, he had slept with another woman hours before me and had been sleeping with other multiple women for days/weeks/months without my knowledge. He is extremely secretive with his phone and lies by omission just as much as he lies straight to your face. As if the physical harm isn't enough, the emotional pain that comes with realizing the person you thought loved and cared about you so much was actually just lying to you and telling you what you wanted to hear as a way to get in your pants is absolutely devastating and something that no woman should have to experience. You can't avoid what you cannot see, and Matthew Schneider is an emotional and sexual predator who leads a double life as a means to fuel his sex addiction that he refuses to acknowledge exists. In my opinion, I believe that he has a personality disorder, as I don't think he has the ability to feel or exert empathy. If he doesn't have a personality disorder, then he is just an extremely insecure, selfish, egotistical, and narcissistic person with delusions of grandeur. Again, my opinion based on my experience. Please don't let this guy fool you like he fooled me and save yourself from the pain of heartache and humiliation he causes. I wish someone had warned me about Matt Schneider, so I hope that this serves as a warning sign for someone else. Now look at some comments. Me, in the middle of Europe, reading this entire thing like I have a change of ever meeting this dude. In all seriousness, I'm so sorry you had to go through this. I had a similar experience and know how hard it is to recover from. Good luck. I'm in New Jersey thinking the same thing. I hope this can save some other women for falling for his gifted acting skills and putting his manipulation game on blast. Wish you luck, girlfriend, and thank you for doing this. I'm in the Netherlands wondering what he looks like, knowing damn well I'll never run into him. This is a great post. If anything, it helps other people know just how many freaks are around us. Sorry this happened, I'm laughing so hard this is getting deep, I had to take a break from old. It hit me the other day, I think these men are just using old like they are Johns but just trying to get sex for free. They are in love by the second date, how great you are, I can't believe I found you, text you all day and night, but then won't answer your call and say they need some alone time, etc. Just BS.